Courage to love.
Charlie the Puppy's Rainy Day.
In a peaceful town nestled among verdant hills, lived a golden retriever puppy named Charlie. Charlie had soft, curly golden fur, large ears that were always wagging happily, and a perpetually wet black nose filled with curiosity about the world. His greatest joy was running freely through sun-drenched meadows filled with wildflowers, chasing colorful butterflies, or playing exciting games of hide-and-seek with the tabby cat next door, Whiskers. However, this Saturday morning was completely different. Charlie was awakened by a continuous pitter-patter sound, tapping lightly on the roof like countless tiny elves dancing. He opened his sleepy eyes, jumped from his little bed with the soft fleece blanket, and trotted briskly to the window. When he placed his front paws on the windowsill and looked outside, his usually perky ears and fluffy tail drooped instantly. The sky was completely blanketed with thick gray clouds, not a speck of blue in sight. Rain fell in endless silver strands from the sky, drawing winding trails on the window pane. In the garden, the green grass from yesterday had turned into a muddy patch, and his favorite red and white ball lay lonely in a puddle. The daisies, their petals beaten down, bowed their heads sadly. Oh no! Charlie let out a long, disappointed sigh. He had planned to explore the newly discovered mysterious rabbit hole in the backyard today and have a running race with Max, the Labrador next door, to see who could reach the old oak tree first. Now, all his plans were washed away by this sudden downpour. Charlie pressed his nose against the cool glass, looking out at the gray world, feeling empty inside. Just then, Charlie's mother heard his heavy sigh and gently entered the room. She was an elegant poodle named Bella, with snowy white curly fur and gentle brown eyes, who always cared for Charlie with endless wisdom and patience. "My dear, it seems we'll be staying indoors today," Bella said softly, stroking the top of Charlie's head with her warm paw, a gesture that always made him feel safe. "But Mom," Charlie turned around, blinking his eyes sadly, "I hate rainy days. I can't go out to run, can't smell the flowers on the wind, can't chase those blue glinting butterflies. I can't do any of the fun things. And I promised Max we'd race today." Mom Bella nodded understandingly, sitting down beside Charlie. "I know exactly how you feel, my little one. I remember when I was your age, I longed for every sunny day just like you," she said, looking out the window, lost in memory. "But my mother, your grandma, once taught me something. Rainy days can be fun too. Let's create some special activities that we can only enjoy indoors." Charlie tilted his head skeptically, his tail giving two faint wags, but still mostly drooping. "What's fun indoors? You can't run. There's no wide open space. Come with me. I'll show you a surprise." Mom Bella stood up and led Charlie through the cozy living room to a small storage closet. From deep inside a tall cabinet, she carefully pulled out a colorful square box. The box was made of wood, its corners slightly worn, but the painted rainbow pattern on it was still bright. Bella gently nudged open the lid with her nose. Inside were all sorts of building blocks in various shapes: square blocks, blue triangle blocks, yellow cylinder blocks, and many special shapes Charlie had never seen before: arch shapes, star shapes, even dog bone shapes. "These are the blocks your grandfather left me, Mom." Bella's voice was filled with nostalgia. "When I was a puppy your size, whenever it rained and we couldn't go out, my mother would bring out this box. We'd sit on the carpet and use these little wooden pieces to build our own dream world. Look, this little castle was the first thing your grandfather built for me." She pointed to a faded photo glued inside the lid, showing a wobbly but adorable block castle. At first, Charlie wasn't very interested in these old blocks. His mind still wandered outside, thinking about the sunshine, the grass, and his plans with friends. But Mom Bella started building a small tower with the blocks. Her movements were graceful and skilled, her paws gently picking up and precisely placing each piece. Charlie couldn't help but be drawn in. He lay on the floor, chin resting on his front paws, watching his mother deftly stack the red and blue blocks one by one. Gradually, a delicate yet sturdy structure took shape, with little windows and even a spiral staircase on the tower. Want to know what will be at the top of the tower? Mom Bella winked mysteriously. What? Charlie's curiosity was piqued, his ears perking up involuntarily. That's for us to decide together. Here, try placing this blue arch block right here. Mom Bella nudged a beautiful block toward him. Charlie hesitated, then carefully picked up the blue block with his mouth. The block had a pleasant, woody smell and smooth, polished edges. Imitating his mother, he tried to place it at the entrance of the tower. The first time, it didn't sit right and slid off. The second time, he adjusted the angle and gently set it down. Click, the block snapped securely into place. You did it. Mom Bella wagged her tail happily. Just then, Mom Bella pulled out a large, soft, fluffy blanket from the cabinet, colored a deep blue like the sky after a rain. She spread the blanket on the floor near the blocks, creating a cozy, warm play space. The blanket was embroidered with little white clouds and felt wonderfully soft. Look, Mom Bella lay on the blanket, patting the spot beside her. We can build a little kingdom of our own here. This blue is our sky and ocean, and these blocks are our houses and castles. Charlie was finally drawn into this new game. He jumped onto the blanket and settled down beside his mother. He began seriously building his dream doghouse with the blocks. He wanted a spacious porch so he could sit and watch the rain, a tall pointed roof so the rain could slide off like a little waterfall, and a special little room for his favorite rubber bone and squeaky toys. Mom Bella took charge of making fine furniture with the smaller blocks, a little bed with a fleece cover, represented by small red blocks, a food bowl full of kibble, represented by brown round blocks, and even made a miniature fire hydrant model using red blocks and a small stick. As Charlie became completely absorbed in building, he was surprised to find he had actually forgotten about the annoying sound of rain outside. His creativity seemed to unlock, flowing out continuously. He began trying all sorts of different building methods, using triangle blocks as roofs, cylinder blocks as castle towers, and laying a winding path from his doghouse to the bakery Mom was building, using many small square blocks. Sometimes, when he stacked too high or the foundation was unstable, the blocks would come crashing down with a clatter. The first time it happened, Charlie let out a frustrated yelp, but Mom Bella said gently, "It's all right, darling. Every fall is a chance to start again and build it even better. Look, this time we can try making the base wider." Learning from his mother's patience, Charlie took a deep breath and started over. This time, he built the foundation wide and stable before layering upward. "Mom, look at this," Charlie exclaimed excitedly, pointing at the double spiral staircase he had just finished. "This leads to the second floor open balcony. I used 2 colors of blocks, alternating, like a rainbow." Mom Bella leaned in for a closer look, her eyes sparkling with admiration. "How creative! You're such a talented little architect. This staircase is both beautiful and sturdy." Encouraged, Charlie became even more absorbed. As time slipped by unnoticed, their block kingdom grew more and more spectacular. There were towers that reached for the clouds relative to the block world, winding cobblestone roads made with small colored blocks connecting different buildings, and little arched bridges spanning the blue river, a dark blue stripe on the blanket. Charlie even created a colorful indoor garden in the center of their city using various green and yellow blocks, pretending it was full of his favorite white daisies, purple lavender, and yellow sunflowers. He used a semicircular block as a rainbow, arching over the garden. During this creative process, Charlie discovered some unexpected pleasures. He loved the satisfying click sound when different shaped blocks fit together, loved the feel of the blanket's soft warmth wrapped around his paws, and loved most of all the intimate time spent discussing, cooperating, and creating with his mother. Mom would tell stories about her childhood with these blocks, and Charlie would share all his whimsical ideas for the ideal dog city. This happiness felt completely different from the joy of running free outdoors, but it was just as real, just as warm, filling his heart to the brim. In the afternoon, the rain softened to a gentle drizzle. Mom Bella paused their construction work to go to the kitchen and prepare steaming hot milk and freshly baked bone-shaped cookies. She placed the treats on a little tray and brought it to their newly built town square, a square area they had intentionally left open. Charlie snuggled against his mother on the soft blanket, sipping the warm, sweet milk and nibbling on the crunchy cookies, while the rhythmic sound of raindrops lightly tapping the window played in his ears. He suddenly realized the sound no longer felt annoying or unsettling, but more like a gentle lullaby accompanying their afternoon. "You know, Charlie," Mom Bella said softly, gazing at the block kingdom they had created together, "life is like the sky above us. There will always be bright, cloudless sunny days, and there will be times like today, overcast with drizzling rain. Sometimes, there might even be storms and howling winds. These are things we cannot control. But what we can control is our own mood and how we choose to spend these times. What's important is that we learn to find ways to be happy in that very moment, no matter the weather or the situation." Charlie thought carefully about his mother's words while licking milk from his muzzle. He looked at the still overcast sky outside, then at the colorful, imaginative block world before him, and then into his mother's gentle eyes. He was beginning to understand. Even though he couldn't perform magic to stop the rain or change the weather, he could change how he looked at a rainy day. He could be like his mother, creating his own magic in moments that seemed boring at first. "Mom," Charlie said, resting his head against his mother's soft flank, "I'm starting to think rainy days aren't so bad after all. At least we have time to slowly build such a big castle. If we were running around outside, we might not have this much patience." Mom Bella nuzzled Charlie's forehead contentedly. "I'm so glad you see it that way, my little one." The rain continued for a while longer, and Charlie and his mother kept improving their kingdom. They added a park with more green blocks and a few twiggy little pieces as trees, a dog playground with seesaw and slide models, and even made a flag flying from the highest tower using a small paper tube and some thread. Charlie was so immersed that he didn't immediately notice when the light outside the window began to brighten. As evening approached, the sound of rain gradually faded until the last drop of water slid from the eaves. Charlie was surprised to find himself feeling a little reluctant for this special indoor play day to end. He sat on the blanket, looking around at the detailed block kingdom he and his mother had spent the whole day creating together. A strong sense of accomplishment and pride swelled in his heart. This wasn't just a pile of wooden pieces. It was a crystallization of their story, imagination, and joint effort. "Can we continue building tomorrow? Maybe add a harbor for little boats to dock?" Charlie looked up, his eyes bright with expectation. Mom Bella smiled and nodded, beginning to carefully gather the loose blocks, but leaving the main structures intact. "Of course, dear. This is our ongoing project. But for now, the rain has stopped. Let's go outside and breathe the fresh air after the rain. I can smell the special scent of earth and grass." This time, Charlie jumped up excitedly, but his feelings were completely different from the morning. He no longer felt the rain had ruined everything. Instead, he felt the day had been unique and fulfilling. He trotted briskly toward the door to the garden, with Mom Bella following behind. When Charlie pushed open the door and stepped into the damp garden, he took a deep breath and then widened his eyes in delight. The world after the rain was renewed, displaying a beauty entirely different from a sunny day of relief. Every blade of grass was adorned with crystal-clear droplets, shimmering like countless tiny diamonds under the emerging sunset. The air was filled with a refreshing, cool scent of damp earth and washed clean plants, smelling wonderful. Although some petals had fallen from his favorite old apple tree, the remaining ones looked even whiter, and most magical of all, at the edge of the dispersing clouds in the east, a faint but full-colored rainbow arched gracefully across the horizon, like a bridge to the clouds. "A rainbow!" Charlie cheered, turning a circle on the wet but not muddy grass. "Mom, look, it's so pretty." "Rainbows often appear after the rain," Mom Bella said, walking over to their side. "They're like a special gift from the sky to the earth after its cleansing wash." Charlie ran to his little ball and nudged it with his nose. The ball was wet, but he didn't mind anymore. He discovered that stepping on the soft, rain-soaked grass felt pleasant under his paws. He even noticed some little snails that hadn't been there in the morning, crawling slowly along the fence, leaving silvery trails. The world was full of life and mystery in another way. This rainy day quietly planted a seed in Charlie's heart, helping him understand an important lesson. When unfavorable situations arise, instead of resisting things we cannot change and spending time being angry and disappointed, it's better to try opening our hearts and looking for the happiness available in the present moment from a different angle. He discovered that moods, like the weather, are naturally changeable, but as long as we are willing to accept reality, adapt flexibly, and use a little creativity, we can always find possibilities for beauty and unique joys in any situation. From then on, Charlie was no longer afraid or resentful of rainy days. He learned to prepare various fun backup plans and indoor adventures with his mother. Sometimes they would bake delicious puppy cookies together in the kitchen, with Charlie helping press the molds with his paws. Sometimes they would make costumes and mazes out of old fabric and cardboard boxes for pretend play games. And other times they would continue expanding their ever-growing block kingdom, adding new districts and wonderful buildings. Every rainy day became a special time he secretly looked forward to, because he knew it was another opportunity to spend close time with his mother, let his imagination fly free, and create warm, beautiful memories. And when the rain stopped and the sun came out as he rushed outdoors, he also learned to appreciate the gift of a world that seemed extra fresh and bright after being nourished by the rain. Charlie understood that, whether the day was sunny or rainy, the key to happiness was always in his own paws.